Hey.
We like whining.
Oh,
Like whining.
Get them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of writers don't send songs to me because they say,
Oh, they figure, yeah, you
my
have it covered.
gosh. First of all, they sing that use the guru. Like, what's we selling for you?
Yeah.
Or they would be like, I think, can you just write all your songs yourself so you don't want to
Right.
But I absolutely accept songs from, from other writers. Yeah. I can't wait to get you inside here. Tighter than a pocket. Under my care. You're safe like a locket. Come in. Only you could have get in between. I want you right up in my space.
Hey.
In my space. You can be right up in my space.
Road Jam premieres tonight on TTT, and joining us this morning in studio is Rembunction, host and creative collaborator of Road Jam, which we are all going to be on at some point in time. Eventually, good morning, Rembunction.
Yes. Rembunction inside this session. We're going to take a little Road Jam. I good.
Yeah, man. You good?
Ready for them, yeah.
Yeah, well,
so you're going to join?
Yeah, man. We're ready. Ready?
No, when people talk about carrying your key.
Or you might sing in an L flat.
No.
Okay.
I just sing in an octave lower.
That's fine.
I'll take you right up in my space. All that's in it.
Listen, it is all that's in it. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's a little bit intimidating because we just saw Nadi on the screen there.
Yeah.
And we know that you have some heavy hitters who are going to be on the show.
Definitely.
Which is premiering tonight.
Tonight, 8 p.m.
So walk us through.
Right, so I had started a web series online called Caribbean Karaoke. And TTT, I guess, will have had something along a similar line, and they wanted to collaborate. So, it was a no-brainer for them, I guess. And so we partnered on this particular project, and we came up with the Road Jam.
Road Jam.
And there you have it, simple as that.
I don't want to call it the Trinbagonian James Gordon, or call them. But at the same time, what is it like being able to interact with the artists while they're doing this, and you literally being the hype man while driving and being safe about it?
Well, let me tell you, the inception of the idea was with Lyrical, right? I was doing a music video for Lyrical called Bacchanal Time, which I felt should have got more love for the pan, but hey, say what? They could come around next time anyway. And he let me hear Dotish. And then that first one was a little responsible. I pulled up my phone, I said, nah boy, we gotta tape this. And that was the inception of the idea, because posted it to social media, and I was like, yo, there's a vibe. And then, as I say, I just called some of my friends in the industry to begin with, because that's how it started off. I wanted to kind of keep it where we are. If you notice the format, it is a lot of established artists, new artists, then a vintage artist, because I want to be across the board. So anyway, so the inception of the idea was that, and then moving forward, it's really just about maintaining good relationships. So in my capacity as an artist, I don't watch no face. I just try to be cool with everybody. So I guess it's that as a blessing. And I could call somebody personally and say, hey, come on, do this thing with me, take a little jam now, And the fun of just kind of singing along and catching a vibe. And a lot of the times too, I kind of try to listen to the song for the first time there. Like, so like some of the songs I might hear them like for the first time and just kind of freestyle along, catch a vibe. So it's fun. Having fun, man.
I mean, it looks like fun, but how receptive has everybody been so far when that phone call comes through?
Well, the thing is, by about the 4th episode, which was, I think, like Trinidad Rio or something, people kind of understand it. And then as a matter of fact, people start calling me to want to be part of the project. So that was good. So now it's like I'll call somebody and they'll be like, yeah, man, say less. Or, or they call
no longer waiting for you.
Yeah, right.
Listen.
Yeah, that kind of way. Like I wouldn't call no artist say, well, I was hoping you'd call me. So because I'm trying to keep it broad based, a little rapso flavor, calypso, soca, and then moving forward, we just mix it up all the time.
But like the fact you talk about mixing it up and spreading, because especially if there's a platform that people find fresh and forward facing, you'd find people tuning in. Definitely. And this is also an opportunity to make some of those intergenerational sort of connections.
Correct.
Because when people look at somebody like Trinidad Rio, with straight
or poser,
die-hard, authentic Kaiso, and they realize, but wait now, these people saying things.
Yeah.
So then they start to go through the discography a little
definitely
more.
And that has happened, right? Because in the case of Trinidad Rio, Posans, we have some other great secrets coming up very soon, right?
I was hoping you that just slipped there.
We have some good ones. We have some good ones in the chamber, trust. But in that case, of course, to your point of intergenerational, right? You have those who would have watched it for nostalgia and get that feeling of, oh, it's great to see these guys in this social media platform getting a little quote-unquote shine, right? Flowers, if you want to call it that. And then you have a whole new group of young people who are like, yo, this bad, right? You know, and a part of my mandate, so to speak, is like hoping that you will start to hear a lot of these songs more rotation on radio and parties and things. Because no this to no DJ or anything, Q, right? No this, right? But you know how sometimes, and I say this himself, right? But you know sometimes you will find that your DJs will call for certain vintage tunes. You're bound to hear Black Stallion, you're bound to hear a certain Sparrow, whatever. And I'm showing you, hey, look, it had plenty thing on, I could still spin, you know. So from that perspective, it was nice to see the kind of love that a lot of the vintage tunes that we fling in the mix to got for the presentation.
Okay, so we know that we have. I'm ready for this.
Wow.
I'm ready for this question.
All right, Ms. Mapipi.
Yes, she angle.
Okay, so we have a whole season coming up, launching this evening. It's going to be happening hopefully at 8 p.m. because we do have the Chogam airing as well, live from Barbados. Out of everybody you talked to so far, who's the best one?
Who's the best one? Let me tell you this, like, I love all of them for different reasons, right? It's been fun, as I say, interacting and tapping into the different energies, right? So you have, I kind of compartmentalize it, right? So I enjoy going into my vintage mode, soca mode, rapso mode. So I wouldn't really say that I've been picking and choosing anybody that I hold above anybody else. You know, I just kind of give everybody the fair shake and enjoy it as it comes. There we go.
Well said.
Independent senator.
I was about to say so, like a politician. Good day, good morning. But one of the things I saw as well from just the clip we saw of you with Nadi there is you're definitely focusing on your routine.
Yeah, of course, right? Because that's what I was making the point of, like, I mean, although I'm having fun, trust me, I'd be like, if you watch, I'd be razor sharp, you know, right? Because remember, there's plenty of things I do at the same time, right? So focus. And we also make a point of trying to be on like less busy roads more than most times. And we also have a team member driving behind us for a little extra precaution and that kind of thing as well. So we take any necessary things because, of course, we know those considerations will be in the mix as well, you know?
I'm sure that Brent Batson of the
Safety
TTPS traffic branch would be very happy to hear
Yes,
all
definitely.
these considerations going into
Of course.
How do you elect where you're driving through? Is it something that's like relevant to the artist, or it's just?
Well, it's a mix of that. Sometimes, it's where the artist is situated. You know, kind of give in their neck of the woods, so to speak. And of course, in collaboration with the team, we would have a production meeting, sit down and decide. Well, we go in XY route. You know, so shouts to the team, Shamila, Aswad, Stacy, etc. If I forget anybody, you know, it's love still, right? Full team inside, because it's not one man that's make the thing happen.
Talking about that, what do the legs look like this for you? Because I could see this is something as happening outside of the carnival season, because in the same way that, and I go back to the point of intergenerational kind of connections, the way that you and Bungie Garland might have had people looking to see what other songs Maestro have.
Right.
Who are some of these other people? Because understandably, when Carnival is finished, you'd have people riding that wave.
Correct.
So, but in terms of still making sure that there's this level of education, information, entertainment going on. You see this as something that has...
Definitely. I mean, because the thing about it is that, okay, we know that we have the most eyes at Carnival time, just the nature of Trinidad and Tobago energy, Caribbean energy, right? So we, piloted it this time of the year, but moving forward, you're going to have a lot more in terms of the different seasons, right? So we plan to touch, mid-year and then maybe later on in the year. So you'll be getting all the flavors, different types of artists as well, because as you're aware, we have artists in all different genres as well. So, and you mentioned anything about like me, Bungie, tapping into like the vintage stuff as well, right? And, moving forward, as you hope, you will get new school, old school, like stick to that kind of format where in a fun kind of setting, you find a way to educate and entertain, the generations coming up in the forums that they know. Because, of course, we have to always kind of keep it in a place where, so that's why we're doing a mix of television and the social media. Right, so it's that partnership happening.
Rembunction, one of the things you would have mentioned is, of course, the team behind the scenes.
Yes.
Now, not to give away the magic, because, of course, it's beautiful to see that end product, but could you maybe just take us a little bit through what it's like from planning to production? I mean, how long does it take to even shoot an episode?
Okay, well, certainly. In this instance, I mean, we would have like maybe like a day beforehand, but of course we did some pre-planning beforehand to know the format and lock down the format, which would have taken a while, right? But now that we kind of have a template, it's kind of, because of the nature, sometimes it has to be run and gun, right? So like we'll say, hey, tomorrow we're doing Nadia. She have such and such a window of time, and we already know we have our camera set up. We know how the mic's supposed to run, and it's basically, all right, Nadia, we come in 2 o'clock, we lock it down, and we shoot. And then, well, we have a great editing team as well who on fire right now. It's a beautiful thing to not have to edit right now. Shouts to the editing team, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, I'm also kind of responsible in that regard too, but it's nicer to have, you know, a full squad on set.
That chief cook, bottle washer and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Chief cook and bottle washer, you know. That's something that I often have to deal with, but it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, we have just over a minute.
Yeah.
You look at different things, Mr. Yearwood.
Hey, people on the government.
Let's go.
Looking at the fact that you even would have done certain things to protect your vocal tag.
Right.
How important is it that these conversations are being curated, recorded, so that people get an idea and a little insight into who we are as a people outside of on stage?
Very necessary, because in my time growing up, right, it's a case of like watching the elders who went before me, you know, like you had Alvin Daniel and you had Tony Hall, who used to do shows of that nature, right? And it's through them that I get that great love and cultural appreciation, you know, because they would have taken the time to school us, right? And so moving forward, I want to make sure that we could do the same for the next generation, because you don't know yourself if you don't know where you come from. So it's based on that, you know, so hats off to all those guys in the past as well. Definitely. I'm
not sure if we're going to be having any representation from the Potang Association, but at the same time, letting you know.
I find you might be on my wavelength, man. You might be on my wavelength.
But letting you know that Road Jam will be aired tonight on TTT. It's immediately following live coverage of the CARICOM Heads of Government. And so we thank you very much, Rembunction.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's also a good reminder that once again, we're live at 5 with regard to the evening newscast. But look out for that, and we're looking to see who are some of those that you say you have in the chamber that you need to look out for?
Yes, man. So Road Jam karaoke style, you know that? Sing along and have some fun. Tonight, TTT, 8 p.m. hopefully, all things considered, right?
All things considered. So stay with us. We return after this. It's the Now Morning Show. Stay with us.